Hello everybody, it's very nice to be here. Ngkama's my title, so my name is Nordzin. And I'm going to start by saying something about friendship and how friendship can be a method of enlightened activity. Because the people that we feel friendship for, who are close to us in our lives, we love those people and we care about those people. And we actually practice enlightened activity with those people because if they need help, we're immediately ready to offer it. If they're having a difficult time in their life, we're there for them. So in this way, friendship mirrors enlightened activity, but we don't find it easy to do that with everybody. Now, an image that is quite often used in the Eastern religions is a mandala. In Tibetan, this is called kilko. And I'm going to base my talk around this idea of center and periphery. In Tibetan, the word kilko mean center and periphery. Now, usually our experience is that we're in the center of everything. We're the important thing. We are like a mountain. So I've used this image of a mountain. We have a very solid feeling about ourselves. We have views, opinions, beliefs. We're important. And there are peripheral places around us, represented here by 4 little rooms around us, but we feel very much at the center. So in those rooms, there are people who are close to us. So there's a gap, there's a doorway to these rooms. So in the, get my directions right, in the West, there's a little picture of a baby that represents family. Family, people who are very close to us. So the doors are very much open to them. In the North, that one represents work and perhaps school. The place is where you meet people, and friendship is a possibility, but it's actually more likely that they are acquaintances rather than really close people. In the East, I've used, I think this is Albrecht Dürer's wonderful image of the praying hands. And this is to represent whatever anybody's religion is, or their spiritual belief, or having no spiritual belief. But everybody has some sense of spirituality, even if they don't believe in a faith. And in the bottom, I've put some images of gardening to represent your likes and dislikes, your activities in the world. All of these are opportunities for friendship. Now, what about a new room, a new connection to our kilko? We're there in the center, and there's some other little mountain that we have the possibility of making contact with. So I have a little play for you now, a very short little play. So 2 people meet at the horticultural show. And person number 1 says, I love gardening. It's my passion. I absolutely adore it. And person number 2 says, so do I. It's my passion as well. This is looking good. They could become friends. This is looking very healthy. Person number 1 says, I have a large garden and my garden is full of vegetables. I grow all sorts of vegetables, all varieties. And it is so wonderful that I can feed nearly all my family. Person number 2, messing my hair up, says, I have a garden full of raised beds. And in these raised beds, I grow every variety of flower you could imagine. All the different colours, they're so beautiful. It brings such pleasure to the people who visit my garden. Person number 1, I think it's completely irresponsible to use precious land for growing flowers. Flowers have no value at all. Flowers are just decorative. You need to use your land for growing vegetables. Oh. So, although it looked promising to begin with, perhaps these people are not going to succeed in becoming friends. Now, I just ask you to think for a moment. Did you find yourself giving those people genders? I think gender is the first thing that you might have associated with those people. If you did that, then that is a reflection of the filters that exist in our stream of consciousness that we may not even know are there, but those filters are continually making comparisons with past experience, continually judging and classifying everything that we experience. There are many, I think somebody said something like 9 billion or something, was it, people in the world, and each of those is a little Kyilkor. Each of those thinks it is a mountain that is at the centre of everything. And there will be contacts. You can see that some of the doors are open between the different rooms of these different contacts. But some of them, the only contact is through another person. There is no direct contact with that. But this is the human condition. You can't really see in this light, but the background is also full of lots and lots of greyed out Kyilkors as well. So this is the almost feels infinite number of people. And all these people are potentially friends. But the reality is that most of them are not friends. And because we feel this sense of being a mountain in the centre, we feel that we have to kind of protect that. We have to be aware of the possible threat of a Kyilkor that looks very different to our own, a mountain that's a different colour, or a different religion, or a different social network, or whatever. Those are the dangers that prevent us opening our doors to everybody. This I'm calling a room stack. So this particular little room off the Kyilkor is shared by lots of people. So this might be the sharing of a political opinion, of a religion, of an ethnic group, of a country, or something just as simple as sharing a love of gardening, sharing an interest in science fiction, stamp collecting. It could be anything. But because there are lots and lots of people in this room stack and you're sharing it with all these people, there's a danger there. I mean, it's a wonderful thing as well, but there's a danger that we allow that shared experience to become a source of feeling safe and secure. And we start to feel that because this is shared by so many people, therefore it must be truth. And because this is shared by so many people, but not you, therefore you are wrong. So when we have this stack of rooms that are the same, it's important to be aware of that potential danger there, that the security you feel for it is borrowed security. You are actually no more secure than ever you were before, and not allow that to be a reason not to get close to people who don't share that with you. So now I'm going to look at the individual, and I'm changing the image from a mountain to a diamond. What is a diamond? A diamond is clear and shining and transparent. A diamond lets everything into itself and it moves out through itself. A diamond has no colour of its own, but can take on the colour of anything that touches it. But it doesn't retain that colour. The colour can just carry on through and be reflected. So if we look at other diamonds in the 4 rooms in this image, we've lost the end of the word love, sorry about that. We could see that in the north, we all know that we all want to feel safe and comfortable physically and emotionally. That's something we can be sure about everybody. Even a person we might call an enemy, we can be sure that they still want to be loved, and there are people who love them. We can know that. We don't need to question that. In the East, a need to love and be loved. We know that every being is loved by somebody. In the South, a variety of likes and dislikes. Everybody has likes and dislikes. We know that about human beings. We don't need to be told that. And in the West, we all have a variety of personal experiences. Some good, some not so good, some very sad, some very happy. And some of those we will share with other people, and some we won't share with other people. Now, the qualities that come from those 4 aspects, it could be 400 aspects, but I've chosen 4, come into the diamond-like self and colour it as we receive it. But the diamond remains a diamond. You don't let that become a filter. You let it become an ornament of the diamond, a quality that is appreciated and valued. And you reflect it back impartially without distorting it in any way. And so we need to be diamonds and receive colour without prejudice. We need to reflect and refract colour without prejudice, but remain luminescent, always capable to take on the colour that is offered us by other beings. Not to say, oh, I've become red. I've had lots of red stuff coming at me and I like the red stuff, so no, I can't take any blue. I'm a red diamond now. No, we want to stay clear so that red can be received and pink can be received and yellow can be received. The wonderful range that the universe offers us, we can receive it all. And we receive it, but we remain clear and empty and open to whatever we receive. We remain luminescent for everybody. And so I return to the image of friendship, but this time they've all got little diamonds in their hearts. They're all attempting to be empty and be luminescent and be free of prejudice. If everybody would embrace that as a way of living, then friendship is always a possibility, because you're not filtering what you receive through people by the colours that you fixed to your diamond. You can appreciate and enjoy whatever comes your way. Now, in your sheet, I thought I'd got one here, there's a little handout that I put in there that looks like that.
If you want me to put it on the screen, I can do that for you.
Oh.
You want it?
Yeah, thank you.
Sure. I'll put it on the screen. I have it.
Oh, excellent.
I have it here, yeah. Okay. No. This one. Not this one, no. Okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. You have something?
It's
okay.
a PDF. That's
yeah,
the one,
that's
yeah. Okay.
Okay. You can, of course, go down by just pushing like that. Okay. That down arrow. Okay.
So this is a little game that I've devised that it says use a dice, but you don't have to. You can just decide, oh, I'm going to choose this colour. And it's a way of looking at how easy or difficult it might be to establish friendship, and how there's the danger of establishing unfriendship, lack of friendliness, and also the danger of just being neutral. So in Buddhism, we have teachings that talk about the 3 objects, and these are friend, enemy, stranger. the problem of judging people in that way, and it's all self-referential. This person I am regarding as a friend because they support me in some way. This person I'm regarding as unfriendly. I always think enemy is a bit of a strong word, so I tend to say unfriendly. I'm unfriendly to these people because in some way they threaten me. They threaten my identity. And the third one is a stranger, and the thing there is I don't actually care. They pass across my life, but I don't care enough to take the time or the energy to actually make contact with them in a friendly way. And our perception of beings as either friendly, unfriendly, or neutral creates what are called in Buddhism the 3 root misconceptions, or the 3 poisons. So we're attracted to what is friendly, we're averse to what is unfriendly, and we're indifferent to what appears to be neutral. So what we need to develop in our diamond hearts is overcoming aversion and not caring, and encourage attraction. What is there about this person that I can appreciate, even though I don't feel drawn to them? What is there about this person that I can like, even if it's just the colour of their jumper? Find something to like, and that neutralises that aversion that arises immediately. So it's quite interesting to play this game actually with somebody you know as the object of the game, and find out perhaps why you are close, or why you're not close, or how you could possibly be closer. So I hope that's given you some thoughts, and thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. Thank you very much.